monthly predictions series. This is going to be our look at the month of January as far as our themes go, what we're going to be working with for the month. We are using the Wild Unknown Archetypes, the Goddess Power Oracle deck, Animal Spirits, Wild Unknown Animal Spirits by Kim Kranz, and then I've got the Winged Enchantment, Modern Witch Tarot, and the Straightforward Oracle by moi. So yeah, I hope you guys like my frock. I was feeling very Jessica Lange from The Coven from American Horror Story. I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna put this to the side. The shadow. This dress, it looks like this dress. It looks like lace and shadow. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this out. I'm gonna pull. It's gonna be our theme for this month because I think that's really what it is. I think that's really what's going on. Before I lay another card down and go through the whole thing, I do already feel that shadow has been at the forefront. So all of January so far has especially highlighted by being in Capricorn season, the cosmic father, and having that full moon in Cancer, the cosmic mother. We've been like at the culmination of the parent healing themes that we set out in 2022. So if you know, the year or the energetic cycle of that year started in spring, it's like spring, summer, fall, winter. We're in the last phase of all of that spiritual groundwork that we were doing in 2022. And so a reoccurring theme throughout the year was mother healing, father healing, all the things that tie into that. Healing, embracing the shadow that we hid the parts of ourselves that were shamed and guilted, and we were made to feel that made us unworthy or unlovable or whatever. So we're reintegrating the shadow, we're embracing the shadow, we're healing the negative aspects of the shadow and ascending them, trying to use them, heal them from being demons and change them and transform them into being our powers, right? So we've been embracing the shadow, we've been healing the inner child that was galvanized at a young age, but then we've also been reconnecting with the inner child and spending quality time and healing ourselves through play with the inner child and trying to recapture that purity and innocence and joy and willingness to open ourselves up to life and excitement and put ourselves out there, right? And be whimsical and spontaneous and not be so it has to be this way, all stern and all logic and no imagination, right? So all of these things have been coming up over the past few weeks, and I'm sure you guys have been feeling it too, but all these memories from the past, the deep past from early childhood, familial things coming up, and then with those things, epiphanies and revelation about our subconscious perceptions about things and where our mindsets have been coming from, and subconscious drives that we've had that have been sort of steering our ship and we haven't even been aware of it. So these things have been coming forward. We've been in revelation. Revelation comes with tribulation, discomfort, and uncertainty. So yeah, we've just been releasing the rest of that toxicity. We've been embracing the shadow and reintegrating all the parts of ourselves that we thought we had to hide or reject or stifle or, quiet down, right? And I think what I'll do is at the end, I'm going to go back and maybe read from the guidebooks on some of these because I don't use the Goddess or Power Oracle that often or the Animal Spirit guidebook, but I do use the Archetypes a fair amount, so a lot of it's just channeled through anyway, and it doesn't Sometimes it matters what the guidebook says, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes I feel guided to use the guidebook, and sometimes I don't. Oh, beauty and knowledge. Okay, so these came up together. Benzai Jin, not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, out of the Goddess Power Oracle, and Athena, knowledge. Makes so much sense. It's like looking back with the knowledge that we've gained now, we're able to witness our memories from a different perspective, right? And have so much more appreciation for what we experienced and what we've come through and what we've been able to heal from and grow beyond. So we're finally seeing the beauty in our experience, even the hard stuff, even the dark times. You know, it's the darkness, it's the shadow that really shapes the light. Otherwise, the picture would have no mood, no contrast, no essence, right? It's like when you're lighting something, it's almost better to start with dark and then add little bits of light where you want to highlight, right? It's the shadow that shapes the light and makes the light more beautiful. It gives it context, right? It gives it focus. It gives it something to mold itself around. So we're seeing the beauty in our shadow. We're seeing how our shadow contributes to the multi-dimensional flavor that we are. You know, it can't all be sweet. It can't all be, you know, cerebral, right? There's got to be a little bit of depth there and the ability to connect, right? So it takes all kinds of qualities that we have within us to be our full expression of our unique, authentic self. So all of it's beautiful. All that we have within us, everything that's in our shadow that we want to hide, that we don't want anyone to see, that we want to shove in our chaos closet before anybody comes in, that is beautiful. We have to embrace that. All of the twists and turns that life has taken that took us in different directions that we weren't expecting, like that, there's beauty in that too. So it's just about finding that beauty. And when we connect with that beauty, it's like earlier in the week we had the nectar come up, and it's about connecting with that archetypal nectar, the Amrit, that moment where you are like in alignment, your chakras are activated, you are one with divine. You are not experiencing a dual nature anymore. It's like you're having that moment of clarity and connectedness, and it's only in moments that we have it. But when we have it, you know, you're just like, oh, I can see how everything's been all connected all this time. It's so beautiful. So knowledge, wisdom, see the beauty, connect with the beauty. When you radiate with that beauty is activated within you, and your life starts taking on a new level of enchantment, magic, depth, beauty, awe, wonder. Your life starts playing with you. It starts getting really fun. You start being really appreciative of who you are and where you've been and what you've come from. Athena, knowledge. And now, you know, as we are moving forward into this new year, starting this grand new cycle of our lives, we have the chance now to actually rewrite our stories, rebuild our lives based on all the wisdom that we've accumulated up until now. So really take your time and draw on your knowledge, the knowledge of your experience thus far. And I think that that's what we've been doing. I think there's been a lot of reflection coming up and just a lot of like connections being made in our mind about things. And it's just been like really, I don't know, every time I have that, it's like I have this like kind of grief that comes over me and some emotions that need to wash through and process. But once they come through, I'm like, boom, I'm lighter. It's like a whole layer of that negativity has been cracked open and broken away, and I'm like lighter and I'm freer and I'm like more and more excited, and I'm feeling like the buzz growing, ooh, like the vibration is raising. And I feel like, you know, other people are feeling it too. Okay, let's see what our animal spirit helper will be this month. What is that comedic actress's name that is also an opera singer, and she was in that movie, like, I think it was called Four Christmases? Kristen something. I worked with her on an episode of a food show, and this card looks just like her to me. So crazy. Okay. I just keep seeing her looking at me like. Okay. Let's see. Isn't quite ready. Animal helper. Ooh, the camel. I love this. So the camel is about being able to go the distance through a long and arduous journey, through harsh and unforgiving circumstances, through times of thin resources. You know, the camel knows how to fill themselves up with water, emotion, right? So the camel is emotionally replenished enough to make the journey, to have the persistence to carry on, to sustain. So, you know, we're learning how to be stronger. We're learning how to be tougher, more resilient. We're learning how to be more confident. We're learning how to draw from our own resources and connect with source and really fill our own well and tap in to that source when we are looking for fulfillment, and knowing that, yes, you know, the husks that we reach for in the outer world are little vessels that burst open and give us a pop of that source fulfillment, but really what we need is just having it come from a consistent, sustainable connection from within. And that comes from regular connection with a higher power, right? Our higher power, source, the creator of all that is, and participating in the experience of life, knowing that this presence is there in everything, interacting with you in any given moment, everywhere, at all times. So we will go circle back around for that camel description. En moment. A moment, bébé. We're definitely going to read the Winged Enchantment description, because these bird descriptions are like from another, they're just like so poetic, so specific. Look out. I don't even leave the Winged Enchantment birds up to interpretation. I just read exactly what they tell me. Raven. Okay, who is Raven this month? I think we will finish the reading with the birds. We will go now. Let's pull 4 cards for the month. 4 tarot cards. Ooh. Oh, learning. Oh, putting our experience to use. It's the 8 of Pentacles. Also stacking up our coins. You know, in between like all this self-help, I think a lot of us have been really doubling down on our focus on our goals and our dreams, or putting in the extra effort at work, or just trying to generate more income or whatever. But I think we're all feeling very industrious right now. We're feeling like happy, engaged, devoted students, and we're looking at our life like a journey of craftsmanship. Like, self-mastery is just this like lifelong, it's like you're a lifelong student, right? And you're enjoying the process, right? So you're getting lost in the process this month, and that's good. Learning from all of your, you know, mistakes, learning from all of your wins, implementing all of like the knowledge and the skills that you're even improving upon and expanding upon. And then, you know, applying all of this growth to not only like just like your mundane life, but like to your goals, to love and relationships. Like you are actually starting to be your higher self. You're starting to learn how to put on that yoke, that cloak, that flesh suit of the higher self, and actually start to live life making judgment calls like your higher self, making decisions, having the discipline your higher self would, having the focus, having the ingenuity to change up your routine if you need to like your higher self would. Like you're really starting to implement, and you're learning how to embody that self as your natural, normal, new like base level. All right, what else? What else do we need to know about January? Ooh, the world. Oh my gosh. This is like metaphysical graduation, essentially. It's like, wow, you've really learned your lesson. You've got the world at your fingertips. Like, the world is at hand. The world is yours. Like, you have come through this major cycle of learning. You have ended on a high note, and the lesson has been learned, and now you're kind of free to go in a new direction, whatever direction you may choose. But this is like a sign where it's like, yeah, you've come through the tribulation, and now like a new dawn is cracking a lacking, girl, and or guy or whoever. And you know, things are going to be changing, and it's like you're going to have a fresh new day ahead of you and a new experience with life. So be excited, get ready to celebrate. Yee, so excited. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot is going to be going on this month, and we're just going to have to juggle, right? We're going to have to juggle and make sure that we keep a sense of fun, right? What keeps us in authentic alignment with our natural highest self, with our natural state of fulfillment, and attracting all the things in, and the experiences and the schedule that we want and all those things, that comes from having a sense of love for your life. It comes from being uplifted and grateful and sprightly, and oh, it's open. It's like, oh, things are great. And when you're playful, everything keeps unfolding and growing and going in a forward moving motion. You keep becoming more magnetic. It's when you start getting like grouchy at work, or like, I don't want to do this, or like you get the funk, that you start getting tired, right? The more you tell yourself you're tired, the more you will be tired. The more you tell yourself like you're sore, oh, I'm all stiff, like whatever, like it seems like you don't have enough energy to work out, but it's actually working out that's gonna actually boost your energy, right? You just need to get over the hump. So keep all of those healthy routines in order that have been creating like the growing, secure, stable, flourishing life that you've been enjoying and working so hard towards. Just keep maintaining that, but keep maintaining it with a sense of fun. And look how cute, like this is one of my favorite outfits in this deck. Like look how cute she looks. So I think it's all about like making it fun, and also like bringing your style, and like, you know, everything's more fun when you feel great, when you look great. And so take care of yourself and take care of your life, take care of your house, make everything nice so that you feel like you're living in a beautiful life and you feel beautiful in your beautiful life. Okay, let's see. Our final card for limbo. Ooh, Five of Cups. I think that this is not new heartache, but this is letting all the old heartache wash on down the river. The cups have already spilt. There's nothing you can do about it now. Let bygones be bygones. Let the chips fall where they may. Que sera, sera. We are dancing into the future. We are leaving those cups of sorrow behind us. We are ready to, you know, get on with it. And this is what I wore, this dress, because it felt like sort of like the Louisiana Jazz Funeral March that we're doing. This is like the death of the death cycle. We are in the final phase of the death of the death of the death, you guys. That's what January is. So do your Louisiana Jazz Death March. Make it like, it's freaking dance on the ashes of what was in red heels. So fuck the past. Move on to the future and be glad. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made. And I will rejoice and be glad in it. Remember that. Remember that and abide by it. Okay. So the power is in the present moment. If you're sorrowful about the past, then you're disconnected from the love of divine, from divine love. And if you're worried about the future, then you're disconnected from divine love. Divine love is the present moment. The present moment is where divine love will be found. Divine love is in the present moment. Okay, let's get 4 cards on the month. Ooh, okay. You've realized what in your life is a dead end. This is a dead end. Futile attempts, fruitless efforts, just passing through, a temporary experience. Nothing significant will grow of this. So I think that by now in the month, because we're like on the 11th or 12th of the month right now when we're filming this, I think we've been getting clear about what we're done with. It's done ski. It's past. And it's like we've kind of been knowing that, but like it's just like really getting out of our system. And all of those things that are passing away and passing through, it's like we're ready. We're in our funeral garb, but we've got the freaking Cajun pot cooking at home. We're doing the funeral march. We're dancing through the street, playing jazz on it, and dancing out of the end of a very difficult cycle. There are probably dreams that didn't come to fruition that you're leaving behind. There are probably romantic hopes that you had for people that you're leaving behind. There are probably hopes for lots of things that you thought were going to keep going that just have fizzled out or that have run their course. Maybe you thought that friendships were going to be permanent and you're realizing that they were, just for a period of time, right? And that's okay. Everybody is going through different versions of these things, right? But you are getting clear about what has been a dead end for you, and you are ready to get out of that cul-de-sac of dead end, of going in circles, and go walk, march boldly into the brave new yonder, right? I think we're ready. We're ready to rise from the ashes. I'm feeling definitely just charged up and ready for what is next. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. It has already been good, in my opinion. All right, what next? What else do we need to know for this month? Signs and synchronicities. Signs, omens, synchronicities, oracles, angel message, spirit communication. So be on the lookout this month for signs, for synchronicities, for little signposts that maybe give you a little resurgence of hope or a little sense of direction. Pay attention to the little hunches and pings and things that you might feel compelled to do. Pay attention to that guidance, and then pay attention to the signs that are presenting themselves for you. Don't go looking for signs, because then it's like your subconscious is going out of control, and then you're just trying to make everything a sign to reaffirm what you want the sign to be. So maybe let that be the sign. Like if you need something to tell you the truth about a situation, then just listen to yourself about it. If you're find that you're trying to justify it everywhere by looking for a sign, maybe that's the sign. Maybe the sign is a red flag. But pay attention to synchronicities and signs. There might be little Easter eggs or little don't want to say breadcrumbs because that sounds insulting, but little things that the universe is leading you on a little path so that you will be going in the direction that it's trying to take you in. So pay attention. It's be open to receiving the signs when they do come, but don't obsessively look for them and don't make something a sign when it's not. You veered off path. Did you lose focus? Have you gotten sidetracked? Did you make a wrong turn? Where do things feel off? Now, I know recently messages have been coming up about when we fall out of alignment, that is like veering off path. It doesn't mean that we're necessarily like going in a totally wrong direction and we have to like throw the baby out with the bathwater, like, oh, I've been building the wrong business all this time. It just means that like maybe you've fallen out of vibration because your energy is in a funk, or you've lost focus, or you just need to like get your discipline back focused again, or get back in that routine. Maybe you have disconnected from your real reasons why you are doing any of this in the first place, and you're getting distracted and focusing on the wrong part of the thing. So don't feel panicked like, oh no, my whole direction is wrong. It's just that there's something that has been throwing your energy off. Maybe there are things in your life that have been sucking your energy. Maybe there are things that are, your focus is focused on like some kind of shiny object or something that's bugging you or something, but you need to get focused on what lights you up, what your mission is, and all the promises that you've made to yourself. And when you find yourself in alignment once more, then all the rest of the turbulence will smooth itself out and all the rest of the things will fall into place. Anything that feels like it's fallen out of whack will recorrect itself. The universe is self-correcting, so don't worry. But to get back on path, make sure that you are centering yourself, grounding yourself. You have a regular spiritual practice. You have a regular practice of self-reflection and staying on top of how you're showing up in your day-to-day, staying aware of your attitude and your outlook and your feelings. And you're not at the mercy of your feelings. You can choose the thoughts that you allow in your mind to stay or push them away and change your focus to something else. You can always change the channel. When you feed into these thoughts, that is going to create feelings. So you can manage these things. You just have to take ownership and responsibility of it. Somebody was talking about, I can't remember who it was, but I think one of the Kabbalah teachers were talking about taking responsibility for the things that are happening in your life. It's like you're taking ownership of your, oh no, it was feel good, your ability to respond, right? But it was tying in with like lessons from the Kabbalah Center too. But he was like, it's like your responsibility. It's like an ability you have to respond to your life. Well, the Kabbalah teacher teaches us how to respond with our free will by pausing and saying, hey, why is this in my movie? What message is underneath the story that's seeming to play out here? Forget the story. What is the message that I really am needing to take away from this? And, how do I want to react based on that? How do I want to proactively meet the situation? If I'm going to be have affinity with the light and the creator, how do I come at this situation with a constructor consciousness, with a builder consciousness, right? With a consciousness of certainty and abundance and agape love and compassion, but also strength. How would I come at it then? All right, and final straightforward oracle card. I saw that and I feel like that was the card. It was you're in scarcity mode. So I think that the scarcity mindedness is what is causing you to fall out of vibration. So it's like doing a thing and then second guessing yourself, or feeling like, oh, I just don't have enough time to do that, but you really do, or feeling like you're out of steam, but you could really push through and go further. So it's small-mindedness, it's scarcity-mindedness, it's lack-mindedness that's holding you back right now. This could be playing into other themes that we've been talking about recently, like fears of inadequacy. You know, one of our readings from, it was the beginning of the week, was talking about how we got to overcome all of these patterns and these mindsets, right, that have led us to have these feelings of inadequacy in order to actually get what we want, right? It's our fears of inadequacy that are causing us to try to keep such a control over our situation, that the control that we're trying to hold over the situation is not allowing us to actually enter into the situation, right? We're not entering into the party because we're trying to control, like we're so obsessed about the door. Who's coming in? Who's coming in? You know, they're obsessed about like who's keeping the door, but it's like you're not even at the party. Like you're holding yourself out by trying to control the coming and going, the in and the out, the give and the take. You're trying to control all the aspects and micromanage the universe, and possibly trying to control those around you. So relax, stop being in scarcity mindedness, and it's healing the fear of inadequacy that's going to allow you to liberate yourself from all of the self-limiting beliefs and the insecurities and the fears and that's what's causing the turbulence in your vibration, right? Possibly a lot of the other things within you are good to go and you've done so much work. It's just that there's traces of scarcity. You have trace levels of scarcity in your system. It's causing a buildup, causing a backup. Okay, now let's read Raven. I think that everything has been covered. I don't think we need to go back and read any of these other ones, but I will read you Raven to end on. I am, hold it up. I am Raven. I am the deep magic from the north and the ancient connection between you and the immortal. I am proof that your world is changing. You are missing the hidden threads that bind your experience. There are great things at work. There are manifestations at your feet. I want to help you see the magic and teach you how to use it. I am the bird that transports you from one realm to the next. I am the portal granting you access from the solid grounds of earth. I am that which appears from nothing. There is no greater power than your own. There is no greater power than your own will to sustain your vision. When you see me coming down from the lonely mountainside, it is time to take rain. When you see me coming down from the lonely mountainside, it is time to take the rain. I may appear only once, so grab the chance when you see it. Take your whims and ground them. Take your futility and shatter it to pieces. Stop accepting the chaos around you. Stop allowing your energy to dissipate and give it form and substance. You are a magician. You are the missing piece of the puzzle. You are connectivity. You are Raven. Notice how it said give up the futility? What was that? Futile attempts? No more. We're giving up futility. All right, you guys. I'm pretty excited about January. I'm pretty excited about the rest of this year. Stay tuned. If you like this video, please comment. If you don't know what to say, just leave an emoji. It helps the algorithm. Save it in a playlist, in fact. Make yourself a 2023 predictions playlist. What else can you do? Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, check out the description box below for additional notes or maybe links to some of these decks that are available on Amazon. And also, if you would like to support my work, there is a link to my PayPal in the description box if you would like to donate. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. I upload daily, so I'll see you soon. Ciao.